All right, welcome back, everybody. We're back again with Evan Brooks and Glenn Burnside to talk about embedded reporting with Power BI and see how you can potentially use this to improve your visualization and your information in your organizations. So going a little bit into it, Evan, so you talked about how your team took Power BI and you went from using the existing web portal model to then Power BI embedded inside of the Workify product. What drove the decision to move into that direction?
That's a good question, Garo. Really, there's kind of two main things that drove this decision for us. The first one being scale, and the second one being our customers. So starting with scale, we realized early on that hand rolling reporting was going to take too long. It was going to cost too much. Not to mention modifying them and kind of maintaining the reports within the web app. That was just going to be kind of a never-ending cycle. And so we offloaded. We realized it wasn't going to scale building it in the web app, so we offloaded it to client success. And they went down this path of, even after they started with Power BI, they went down this path of building custom reports for each client. They're the same in a lot of ways, but they're custom in some ways. And we got to the point where the maintenance of all those reports was becoming a lot. We already had one person in a full-time role working on just reporting, and it was getting to be too much for even a full-time role. And then another thing that kind of went into this was using Power BI. We still had to figure out a way to kind of deliver this information to our clients. And so we had two methods of doing that. We would either use the Power BI reports and kind of cut them and put them into PowerPoints and send them to our clients, or for some of our power users, we would give them accounts that they like read-only accounts where they could come into the Power BI service and click through their data and filter and look at different data in different ways, which was great, but we didn't have a lot of adoption with that method. And it also introduced another scaling issue, which was having to maintain the accounts for all those different admins. So I'll bring us around to our customers now. That also introduced an issue where our customers not only had to go into Workify to do everything that we want them to do in there, but they also had to go into the Power BI service, or they had to, receive their reporting via email. And by going to embedded, it allowed us to meet our customers where they already were, which is exactly where we wanted them, which was in Workify. So that was kind of a good play on our part to make it easier on our customers and make our product a little more sticky. Get them in there, get them viewing their data within our web app, and helping them make decisions right there within Workify. And then the other thing on the customer front that we were really able to do, which also was a huge benefit to us as a team and as a business, is by moving into embedded, we've been able to leverage the data and the intelligence that we have access to in the web app in order to provide customization through the embedded experience, instead of through having an altogether different Power BI report. So rather than having 80 different Power BI reports, one for each client, we've been able to standardize down to one report. That it's kind of one report that rules them all, that works for every client. And the only way we were able to do that is by having an understanding of, what does this client want to view in their reporting? For this specific survey, how should we be visualizing this data? And prior to embedded, we were doing that with a human making decisions on, what do we want to put in this report? And now we're having the web app make those decisions and using the embedded functionality, the JavaScript APIs, to only show them the things that they should see, the things that they want to see, and not the things that they don't want to see. So we're able to keep a level of customization by going to embedded, but standardize our data model and our report which really frees up our client success team to use that time for higher value activities and add value to our customers. That was pretty long, but yeah, the main two things are scale and our customers. Those two are the main factors that drove this move.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, it sounds like moving from the Power BI native interface, and I've used it a bunch of times before too, and I can see like trying to get customers into that and trying to get them to see their information there and have them feel like it's their information. It's not as easy to get across as when you have it embedded. But what I'm really interested in is, can you show us how that looks, without showing any customer information, but using the sample account, and like, what does that look like to the end user? Like how much Power BI leaks through that?
Yeah, well, give me 1 second and I'll pull up a demo for you.
I don't want to put you on the spot or anything.
No, we're good.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Right.
Let's see. Can you guys see my screen? You should be seeing an embedded Power BI report.
Yep.
Okay, good deal.
That's Power BI. That does not look like Power BI.
That's what I like to hear. So this is our sandbox environment. So don't worry, we're not compromising any data here. But this is very, very close to exactly what our clients would see whenever they come in to view their reporting for a survey. So a couple of things to note here. First, I'll piggyback off what you said there, Garo, is this looks like a really native experience, right?
Right.
This kind of embedded report doesn't really look like a report. It doesn't look like what you're dealing with whenever you go into the Power BI service to manipulate a report. So that's great. It feels like Workify, and it is Workify. So that's what we wanted. And then the next thing I want to point out is the navigation. So all of these kind of top level nav over here on the left represent a page or multiple pages within the Power BI report. And then the tabs over here represent pages underneath the top level. So by being able to use the JavaScript APIs that Power BI Embedded provides, we can tap into the report and make intelligent decisions that are based on what is in the report. So, for example, all this nav is driven by the tab names within the Power BI report itself.
Oh, nice.
So we've used a naming convention actually to determine, what's a top level nav item and what goes in a tab underneath it. And we're also able to, reorder or hide certain pages just by a change to the Power BI report, rather than having to go make a code change, which is really great. And I think that this kind of, it's more of a native nav experience. So you don't feel like you're manipulating a Power BI report or navigating through a Power BI report in all the different ways you can do that. You're using a native experience here, which I think makes it feel a lot better for our clients and makes it feel like Workify, which is what they're used to. And
but
then
you still get all like the interaction and everything, right? Though, like all the Power BI,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
you do. So you still have the tooltips like you see here, and those are kind of spread throughout. You still have our filter pane over here, where you can filter based off of different demographics or whatever we put in here. Again, this is all driven by the Power BI file itself. So if we wanted to go add another filter, we could throw it in the Power BI file, publish the report, and now everyone has it. And that wouldn't take a single code change, which is really great as a developer. It's really nice to be able to enhance our reporting experience without me having to do anything.
Right.
Pretty hard to beat that, to be honest. So yeah, so just kind of the kind of native feel that we've been able to achieve is great. And then I want to speak a little bit about the customization that I mentioned before. So we run an employee engagement business, and the core of our business there is sending surveys to our clients' employees and gathering data and visualizing that data and giving insights on, what they can be doing better, which teams need to improve, and stuff like that. And so with that core business of sending surveys and gathering data, we also try to provide a level of customization. That's one of our value propositions to our clients is you don't have to send our survey, you can, but if you want to ask them different questions, that's fine too. And so, for example, not every survey is going to have all the same questions. And you might have a survey that doesn't ask this retention question that we're visualizing down here, or you might not want to ask eNPS. So not every survey is made the same. They don't all have all the same questions, so they shouldn't all be reported on in the same manner. So the way that we solved that problem in the past is, each client had a different report, and we knew which questions they were asking, so we could configure that report to fit that survey. But now, since we have one report that we're leveraging across all our clients, we're able to standardize, which is great. It saves us time as a team and as a business, but we're still able to provide a level of customization by using the intelligence of the web app. So you're looking at a page here that fits this survey. This survey asked an eNPS question, it asked a retention question, and it had indicators that we want to report on. If you asked a survey that didn't have any of these questions or didn't have any of this data that you wanted to visualize, we would show you a different page because we know what's in your survey, we know what client you are, and we know what you want to see. And so by moving to an embedded offering, we're able to move to that standardization of one report, but keep the level of customization that we had delivered to our clients in the past, and we wanted to keep delivering to our clients in the future. So it's been a really strong move that's both kept our clients happy, kept our unique value proposition of all the customization that we try to provide, but allowed us to standardize and get a ton of time back. Yeah.
It's really great. I mean, it's interesting to see what the actual result looks like, because I know we see some of the marketing materials, Power BI embedded and this, that, but actually seeing how it was done in a way that is really fully integrated experience is refreshing to see that it's that smooth. And moving to embedded, it didn't seem like it's an easy thing, right? It seems like it was a lot of work to get to that point, but you're going to get the results that you want out of it. It brings a lot of value to your clients, and this is pretty typical of what we see in a lot of Microsoft products that have a big API surface and have a lot of customization and really help you to adapt a tool to your business rather than the other way around. And what we've seen is that Power BI does let you go, and what you've shown is that it lets you start simple and lets you go as deep as you want to go, right? You want to go fully integrated, you can. If you just need to get started, you can as well. And that flexibility is one of the core reasons why we want to share this with our clients, and we want to consult our clients to move in this direction to help them achieve the similar results and to get the same benefits out of it that we do, and ultimately whatever they need to do to move forward in their businesses. Thank you very much, Evan. That was really great to see. I like the demo stuff. I didn't see any pie charts in there, but you can't be all winners.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. No pie charts.
Wanted to keep Glenn happy for this one.
Okay, this time. There's always next segment where we're going to talk a little bit more about the DevOps process and how we integrate this into your overall flow of development, and we might see a pie chart in there somewhere.
Who knows?
Stay tuned.
All right.